In a quiet little village, nestled among rolling hills, lived a poor widow. Her home was humble, her means were few, but her spirit was rich with faith. Every single night, without fail, she would light a small oil lamp that sat on her windowsill. This wasn't just for light. It was her nightly ritual of prayer, a beacon of hope shining into the darkness. She would pray for her neighbors, for the weary travelers, and for peace in the world. One year, a storm of unprecedented fury descended upon the region. The winds howled like a beast, and the rain came down in relentless sheets. The sky was a churning sea of black, and a deep, oppressive darkness fell over the land. One by one, the lights in the village houses flickered and died. Lanterns were extinguished, candles were snuffed out by the fierce drafts, and even the town's main beacon went dark. The village was plunged into a frightening, absolute blackness. But through it all, one tiny light remained. The widow's small oil lamp, perched on her windowsill, continued to burn with a steady, unwavering flame. It was a single, defiant spark against the overwhelming darkness and chaos of the storm. Out on the roads, a group of travelers had been caught in the tempest. They were lost, cold, and terrified. Their own lanterns had been dashed by the wind, and they stumbled blindly, fearing they would perish in the storm. Just as they were about to give up hope, one of them spotted a faint, distant glimmer. It was a tiny pinpoint of light, but to them, it was as bright as a star. With renewed hope, they struggled toward the light. It guided them through the treacherous, muddy paths and away from hidden dangers. The closer they got, the stronger the little light seemed to burn, cutting through the driving rain. It led them directly to the widow's small cottage. They knocked on the door, their voices weak from shouting over the wind. The widow opened her door and, without a moment's hesitation, welcomed the strangers inside. She offered them what little she had, a warm fire to dry their clothes, a simple meal to fill their bellies, and a safe, dry place to wait out the storm. The travelers were overwhelmed with gratitude. They had been saved from the storm, all thanks to that one little lamp. After the storm had passed, and the morning sun began to peek through the clouds, one of the travelers, still in awe, looked at the lamp, which was still burning brightly. He turned to the widow and asked, "How is it that your lamp never went out? Surely you must have a great supply of oil to have kept it burning through such a long and terrible night." The widow smiled a gentle, knowing smile. She looked at her small lamp with affection, and then back at the traveler. "I don't have a great supply," she said softly. "I only have enough for each day. But I never worry about having enough oil for tomorrow. I only focus on having enough faith for tonight." Her simple words hung in the air, filled with a profound truth. The travelers understood then that it wasn't the amount of oil in the lamp that mattered, but the amount of faith in the heart of the one who lit it. This beautiful story reminds us of something so important. So often, we get anxious about the future. We worry if we'll have enough money, enough strength, enough resources to face the storms that might be coming our way. We try to stockpile and prepare for every possible scenario, and in doing so, we can become overwhelmed with anxiety about tomorrow. But the widow's lamp teaches us a different way. It teaches us about the power of daily trust. God doesn't always give us a warehouse full of supplies for the rest of our lives. Instead, He often provides what we need, just when we need it, day by day. Just like the Israelites in the desert received manna from heaven each morning, enough for that day alone, our provisions often come in daily portions. Our job isn't to worry about the oil for next week or next year. Our job is to have enough faith to light our lamp tonight. It's about trusting that when we need light for the path ahead, it will be there. It's about focusing on the present moment, on the step we need to take right now, and believing that the grace that sustained us today will be there for us tomorrow. So, whatever storm you might be facing in your life right now, whatever darkness seems to be closing in, remember the widow's lamp. Don't be discouraged if your supply of oil seems small. Light your lamp with faith, even if it's just for today. Trust in that daily provision. You might be surprised to find that your little light not only sees you through the storm, but also becomes a beacon of hope for others who are lost in the dark. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more messages of hope and faith. Take care, and God bless.